Hmm. Let's see how this new intro looks. Let's do that. I'll just say it. That was sexy. All right. This is what that was. That was sexy. What's up, everybody? Good morning. I know for everyone back on the West Coast, this is way earlier than you're expecting to see me. Midwest, you're in the same boat. But wanted to let everyone know what's going on. So I made it finally. Matt, what's going on? I made it out to DC. Well, I'm in Maryland right now, getting ready to head to Hagerstown to meet up with the trucker convoy, and really excited about it. Actually, looking forward to it. There's been a lot of requests to get me out here, and from the convoy itself, and then from a lot of you. So I definitely want to make sure that I'm providing exactly what it is you want to see. So thank you guys first off for the contributions that have been coming in to help make this possible. That means a lot, and it does make it happen. So thank you for that first and foremost, and for the ongoing stuff. The super chats and the stars and bits and everything. That's incredible. You guys are amazing. But I really want to make sure that this is an interactive live feed that we're doing. So uh, as we're out, I get a tag team with my sister, which is awesome. I love being out on the East Coast. We get a chance to do work together. She's incredible, and so it's always nice to be able to piggyback on that. But I definitely want to make sure you're involved. So ask questions. Get involved in the comments. We'll definitely do our best to catch them as they come through. Um, Anything you're curious about. I know logistics are going to be something that we're going to try to touch on as best we can. Um, like, how is this possible? How is it working? Um, and sorry, the organizers are actually hitting me up right now as we speak. So there's going to be a lot going on, but I want to make sure you guys don't miss anything. So we're heading to the rally point, and then we're going to be heading to DC to the Beltway. And then after that, I guess there's a lot going on today, so we'll be on the ground covering it all. Muddy boots and cold hands, but that's what you come to expect with these things. So, sorry, shaking the camera on you, Matt. No, it's no bother at all, man. Man, I'm rocking these bags under my eyes. I've earned them the last couple. Um, this travel has been crazy, man. Pulling all nighters and made it though, which is good. So yeah, shout out to everyone that's been out there doing that. I know BCP has made his way back home to Portland. Big shout out to him for being out here. There's guys that are coming from Texas and all over the place. There's guys like Oreo and Joe who's coming in from Bakersfield. Um, so yeah, we're going to be giving shout outs to as many people as possible that are out here streaming as well. And we want to make sure we get this out to as many people as possible. I know there's been a lot of questions and a lot of confusion about it. So please share the stream. If that's all you do, pick a group in your Facebook or on whatever you happen to be, and just throw it in there. Share it out to a buy sell trade group. I don't know, friends, family, coworkers, whatever. Um, Anybody you feel might benefit from seeing what's happening and would like to see it happening in real time. Trip Code, what's up? Glad you joined in. Thanks for joining up over on YouTube. So yeah, that's what I'd ask of you. Be involved. Be a part of it. Truckers Convoy is going to be a big deal. There's going to be a lot happening, um, and it's the People's Convoy. Just to be very clear, People's Convoy 2022. So a lot to look forward to. I just want to make sure that I dropped in here and tell you guys to set up notifications and make sure to let. Man, I'm really shaking this. Aren't I? What are you going to do? Right off the bat, though, any questions you guys have that you want me to make sure to ask, feel free to throw them up right now. I know we don't have a lot of people in here, but again, it's pretty early still. So they're doing a coordination meeting at 9 o'clock. They've already wrapped breakfast. They do breakfast from 6:30 to 7:30, so they're fully fed. And then they do a coordinating. They kind of get everything dialed in. And Bobby, yeah, you're right. And then they get their plan of attack for the. Well, I'm not going to say that. They get their plan of action for the day. No attacks, no occupations here. This isn't anything like that, guys. So there's been confusion about that. I want to make sure to clear that up too. The People's Convoy goal is to raise awareness, is to get attention, as most protests are geared around. Ones that maintain a peaceful approach, as opposed to direct actions where they're looking to get basically throw a blow at the people that they're protesting against. Where these ones, they're really trying to get awareness, which they've already done. And if you look back on Facebook here, they've actually already sat down with some of the state leaders, and some of they've had a response from local politicians, which is great. It's fantastic to see that happening. They had a pretty intense meeting. I shared that link on Facebook here. You can go back and check that out. Um, yeah. So just to be clear, no one's going into DC. That's first and foremost. There's no plans on going to the Capitol. There's no plans on going anywhere near. It's to raise awareness. So that, to be clear, and it's circling the Beltway. You so yeah, that's the focus of what they're trying to accomplish right now. And good morning, and Kathy, how you doing? Amazing job of what? Wasting gas? Is that what you feel? So Sean, you're here watching, and I appreciate that. I know a lot of people have, a lot of people will. I know a ton of people are tuning in all over the world. Actually, much like what happened in Ottawa. Uh, Same here. So it's never a waste to show up, even if you don't get direct results in the things that you do. If you planted the seed that the people will speak up and the people are going to do their best, um, then yeah, I didn't realize I was in the chill community. I thought I was going to be putting an announcement out. Let's turn that off. Um, oh well, let me move that. Boom. I think I can do that right now. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing on the fly changes. There we go. We've adjusted that. Now we're good. Thank you for that heads up. Appreciate it. Um, but you guys have covered so many different protests, so many different, uh, you know, demonstrations, riots. The big, even at the core of the ones that got crazy, even at the core of the ones that have turned riotous, um, it, one of the things before things became so exclusive and before it became so like clandestine and secretive, when people were willing to talk, this is back, and I'm talking like Portland, Seattle, when it wasn't so clandestine. Like I said, when people were, they believed in their cause, whether everyone agreed with it or not, and they wanted people to hear what they had to say. And that changed. A lot of people were told they're not allowed to speak to people, and a lot of that happened because of mainstream media. The press was flipping things around and turning it around, and manipulating what was being said and turning it into a narrative, sensationalized story, narrative driven sensationalized story. And that's not what we're about here. And what we're hoping to do here is give everybody a real accounting of what's going on. Put the fear to rest. There's no occupation taking place. That's not what's happening. To remind people that things are still happening here in America that are important, not to ignore or to disregard what's happening overseas, because we all know that there's incredible and terrible things that are happening, not only all over the world, but specifically right now. Obviously, there's a focus on the Ukraine and Russia. Um, that's not going anywhere. It's still going to be there. God willing, it'll change overnight. It's not going to, and it hasn't. It's been going on for a long time. But it doesn't mean we get to ignore what's happening local. And we talk about it. You act local, think global, and then we work our way out. Um, I've been telling that to the kids for a long time, especially the ones out in these protests and whatnot. Like, get involved in local politics, get involved in things that are happening right here that you can change, and be a part of that, and realize that your voice is powerful. And then I guarantee it'll carry over. So, um, if for whatever reason my battery dies on me, I apologize. I don't have this thing plugged in at the moment. But let me see. But what these are all about is, and Teresa, thank you for that. I appreciate it. What these are all about is raising awareness, is giving people a chance to, and a couple things, you guys, not just for their cause, but to let you know that you're not alone. And all the things we do and all the things we try to accomplish. I think one of the reasons that we don't speak up is because we've been divided enough to believe that no one else is out there, no one else is listening. No one else is speaking. No one else is involved in our beliefs or our fundamentals, the ethos that drives us. And nothing could be further from the truth. If there's anything that I found, no matter how obscure, wild, or off the cuff your cause might be, thank you very much. Um, Wait for it. There we go. You're never alone, and that's important. No matter what you're going through, you guys, be it a political based, issue that you're having, personal. I talk a lot about people that are going through addiction recovery, people that are going through a lot of like real life, life or death daily struggles. You're never alone in those guys. You're never alone. But don't be afraid to speak out. Don't be afraid to let people know how you're feeling. Don't be afraid to let people know that you agree or disagree with them. And don't be afraid don't be afraid to allow people into your life that may not agree with everything you have to say. As a matter of fact, encourage that. Um, um, it's important. It's important to know that the people that may disagree with you are probably the ones that, if they're willing to share that with you and not be your yes man, they probably love you a lot more than you can appreciate, because they're willing to put up a conflicting viewpoint with the chance of reprisal and still love you and stay in your life. So support that and appreciate it and listen. There's a couple things that I try to pride myself on now is um, staying humble, being willing to say I'm sorry, and being willing to say I'm wrong. Uh, I don't have all the answers, far from it. And if I do have all the answers, I think it's about that time. You can check out. But I don't. I have a lot more questions than I have answers. I know a lot of us do out there. A lot of you guys do too. So really, what I'm hoping to accomplish here is to answer those questions for you and um, to connect you to what's really going on in the news, and the things you might see may not be 100% accurate. So we're here to give you a real accounting. And uh, so, and Sean, if you don't mind, I'm gonna put this up here real quick. So Sean Forsyth says, I still don't get what they're showing up for. It's a good question to ask. Even listening to the truckers speak, it's very ambiguous. What change are they wanting? The very things I've heard them ask for intrudes on the rights of others. So I'm curious to know, and I'm legit going to write these things. I mean, this is kind of the question that I've got. I'm curious about as well. But what are they showing up for? Mandates are the state of emergencies. But granted, this has happened before. What kind of lasting change are we hoping to see? What's the big goal? Are we looking to have bills drafted? Are we looking to have things amended? Are we looking to have things stricken? What are we hoping to accomplish? What are they hoping to accomplish? And I'm curious as well. Very curious. The follow up to the end of what you said, and I know there's a lot of ambiguity in that. I completely agree with that, which is why I'm here and I'm hoping to get some answers myself. Um, the very things that I've heard them ask for intrudes on the rights of others. Sean, I would really love to hear what you mean by that. Like what other rights are being intruded upon? Um, let me turn this down. Maybe it'll take a little bit of the glare off me. What are we talking about? Which rights do you feel are being stepped on or taken away from, detracted from, or in some way violated? Because it's important that we address that as well. Yes, and you're going to be missed, but I understand you got life you got to handle. So, um, but yeah, so Sean, I appreciate your input, and I definitely want you to know that. And I'm going to say this first and right off the bat, guys. If for any reason I jump down someone's throat because I catch a comment, I try not to read comments too often unless they come in as questions, because that we can address. Comments a lot of times, if not positive, are just trolled out. And I mean, I'll be honest, they get me sometimes, and I might fire back sometimes. And you may not have meant it the way you said it, or maybe I misinterpreted. So if I jump down anyone's throat or I come at you pretty hard, I apologize. I'm going to do my best not to. Sean, you're very welcome. Yeah, absolutely. And I appreciate you being here, man. Like, really, those questions are important, and I'm hoping that we can answer those for you. Danielle, how you doing? Um, so I apologize if I jumped down anyone's throat, except for this other guy. What was his name? It doesn't matter. Sent some real ridiculous comments, and I let him get to me. Even though my boy Barry McCockner made it clear, one of the biggest things you can't do is let them see they get to you. But I do. I'm an emotional guy, so this is where we exist. Part of what drives me, and it's part of what I feel is important for all of us to allow ourselves to feel things. You know what I mean? Can't be cold hearted. Can't turn ourselves off. Jeremy, Stephanie knows exactly who I was talking about. Yeah, exactly. Um, can't unsend the response that I sent. So Jeremy, be careful on the roofs, buddy. Um, the I'm going to hopefully give you guys a link to a lot of other people that are out there as well, that are involved in the convoy, that are going to be filming daily, and um, I just want to make sure you guys have access to all of that. So we're going to be catching back up with with Kyle as well, the gentleman who was doing the Stage of Freedom. Uh, Great speaker, good dude. Also, Kyle Sepchik is running for, again, governor of Maryland, which is where I'm at right now, which is where the convoy is staging in Hagerstown, Maryland. He's been involved every day. I definitely want to make sure to sit down and chit chat with him, uh, get his thoughts on things, and let you pick his brain as well. Um, uh, yeah, people do get under my skin. What can you do? Not that I have thin skin, but man, you hear it enough. For the last couple of years, you guys, you hear enough of the nonsense, and it gets to a point where you're kind of like, all right, dude, all right, what is this here? Oh, you can get okay. I thought I had some videos. For we're gonna be live here. Speaking of, we got to hit the road. Get out there to, I guess, that's what, again, it's videos. Mandates for lifting, master option in many places. Employers should still have the right to set their own rules. Again, that's the agreement. I haven't given you an answer yet. So hopefully they'll be able to answer what they're looking for, what they're doing right now. Again, guys, I'm covering this event. I don't, I have yet to really put down the camera and pick up, pick up a banner and start protesting myself. Not that I may not believe in the things that I'm covering, but that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to give an objective viewpoint and give you answers as best I can. So um, it's important to keep that in mind. That I'm not out here, uh, you know, in it. I know a lot of people don't see that. It doesn't mean again that I don't believe in a lot of the things that I cover, a lot of things that some people do. I'm 100% an advocate for our rights, for our civil liberties, for our human rights. I definitely stand behind anyone who's standing up for our right to stand up. If your voice is being taken away from you, censorship, things that are happening that I deal with all the time, we got to fight back against that. There should never be a chance or a time where we allow people to tell us that we're not allowed to speak our truths because it doesn't jive well with the common consensus or with the status quo. That that goes. I think they heard it as well. Yeah, Sean, me too. I'm curious as well, but I'll make sure to ask those questions. Um, Sorry if the volume or if the audio is messed up at all. I apologize. Um, Either way, we're gonna push through. Probably kick off right now. I love you guys. Set up notifications. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with my mic. But yeah, thank you everyone. Share the stream if you would please. And okay, 9:30. So the organizers just announced someone is coming to the convoy at 9:30. So that's one of the things we can check on real quick, which is going to be over here. Let's. No, we're good. So if you guys are looking to check out things happening with the convoy, there's the People's Convoy official. There's 320,000 plus members in there. So definitely something to check on if you're looking to get some deets on what's going on. Let's see if there's any announcements that I'm not seeing that I've missed. Definitely want to check out the video that was, I believe, WYSIWYG TV is who shot that. Gentleman out of LA, streamer from there. The sit down with some politicians as a response to the show up with the convoy. So, yeah, sorry, I'm just seeing if there's any. If I'm seeing any announcements here. Let me do this real quick. Here we go. Yeah, there's a lot. If you guys aren't hip on Telegraph, you need to get in there. Okay. Let me see. I haven't got my account. They're in. Chance you can click that. Okay. Oh, crazy. So it says that I'm not sure what happened here, but it says that TV press release. YouTube has removed the recent video, WYSIWYG TV, with convoy leaders and Senator Ted Cruz and Ron Johnson for medical misinformation. If you go onto our main YouTube now, all the channel's videos have been deliberately set to private so that YouTube cannot make money off of other content while we aren't allowed on this platform. Okay. They'll be back up on 324. WYSIWYG TV will be covering the convoy in the meantime. Also joined Rumble today in live streams. Yeah, so this is the kind of stuff we're talking about. We can't, this stuff shouldn't be allowed to happen. Medical misinformation. I mean, the fact that medical practice is able to tell us that medical misinformation, things that we find out later, was 100% accurate, is crazy to me. That is a type of overreach of censorship and things of that nature that I would love to see change. I don't think this convoy is going to change that. However, these are things that we need to pay attention to. That even if sharing an opinion that counters what the common consensus might be is enough to get people censored. Which is why you guys keep your eyes out for my page CJTV on Rockfin. So CJTV is going to be on Rockfin. I don't have the handle just yet, but definitely a cool new streaming platform. Not that I want to take away from any ones I'm currently on. If the algorithms and robots of the tube and the book are listening. Either way, we got to get going because I know this is we're getting down to the wire right now. Yeah, so Rockfin definitely has a no censorship policy. That will be, however, if we're going to be talking about things of that nature, we'll be going live straight to Rockfin. It will be a premium account. I believe there's a pay to play situation there, but that opens you up to all the other premium content on Rockfin, which are some incredible shows in there all morning. So are all already. So stay tuned for that, you guys. I got a jam. We got to hit the road. We got about a 45-minute drive to get to where we need to get to, and we want to get there before the meeting's over so we can talk to whomever we can talk to before we figure out what's going to happen next. So much love, and you guys make sure to share the stream, set up notifications, and I will talk to you all very soon. All right. Good morning, Tricia, by the way.